Right. Welcome back. We're gonna go a little more. Better than yesterday. Better than yesterday. Not cracking as quickly. That's good. That's good. So we're still in the Kedwani camp on the Roach Path. I don't think we're gonna be here much longer. We didn't take part in the tourney, but that's okay. Where is Triss Merigold? The Witcher didn't find any traces of Triss Merigold in Vergen. But fate smiled upon our hero as he was exiting the ghastly mist. Geralt ran into Roach and his men who were searching Nilfgaardian bodies. It turned out that the Emperor's troops attacked the Blue Stripes, a deed strange in itself and most likely resulting from nervous tension. But Vernon saved the most interesting bit for the end. Saw a miniature figurine bearing an uncanny resemblance to Triss Merigold in the Black One's hands. The Witcher, of course, heard of artifact compression, a spell allowing to polymorph a living being into an inanimate item. Without wasting time, he followed the Nilfgaardian survivors to their camp, hoping he will find the sorceress there. Geralt reached the Nilfgaardian camp, but he was too late. He could only watch as the Nilfgaardian vessel sailed away. The camp was deserted and bereft of any clues as to whether the Black Ones had indeed kidnapped Triss or not. The Witcher had no way to follow the escapees upriver, so the trail went cold. The Witcher clenched his fists and decided to finish what he had to finish, then venture off in pursuit of the Nilfgaardians. Been on the hunt for some items. The Eternal Battle. In the world of wraiths, only those relics the ghosts had a connection to in life have any meaning. Geralt and Deathmold agreed that they would need items symbolizing war, specifically objects representing the concepts of hatred, courage, faith, and death. The Witcher thus began his search for the Dun Banner's standard, the symbol of death, for the sword that had belonged to the infamous and odious General Vandergrift, and for a piece of the armor that had once belonged to the brave Seltkirk. The symbol of faith, the medallion, was in Henselt's possession. I'm reading through the ones which are relevant as this all comes together at the end of the chapter. We've read some of these before, or parts of them. The Blood Curse. At that time, King Henselt suffered from an embarrassing affliction. Namely, he had been cursed by the sorceress Sabrina Glevissig, whom he had executed for making a grave error in her magical practice. Witchers are experts on curses and can generally figure out how to lift them, but even they need pointers sometimes. Geralt headed for the site of the stake at which Sabrina had been burned. To lift the curse, he needed to learn exactly how the execution had played out. Then, he would need to recreate it using the very items that had been used during that event. After examining the tracks around Sabrina's execution site, the Witcher had many questions and precious few answers. Geralt decided that the soldiers keeping vigil at the circle could be a good source of information, and began to question them. Geralt followed the trail, like a hound, from royal kennels and pursued the solution. When it turned out that the Inspired, a man fascinated with the sorceress who met such an ill fate, lives in the hills east of the camp, the Witcher felt he'll surely learn something the king couldn't tell him there. At Sabrina's pyre, Geralt indeed met two soldiers, Zivik had mentioned, badly terrified, but both in one piece. More importantly, however, he examined clues and discovered that the sorceress's remains were in high demand. According to the soldiers, a relic vendor peddling his wares by the canteen had been gathering bits from around the stake. That's right, the deceased sorceress had already become an object of worship. Having heard about the visionary and the relic vendor, Geralt had to decide whom to head to first. When the relic vendor finally agreed to talk about Sabrina Glevissig, he also mentioned that during the critical part of the execution, the sorceress had been mercifully slain with a spear by one Yahan. The Witcher immediately took note of this detail, for he thought the weapon, or at least its head, might be useful in lifting the curse. However, the relic vendor did not have this spear and had no idea where to look for it. Our hero was left to his own devices. Asked about Saint Sabrina, the vendor grumbled something about it being the visionary's obsession. Thus, willing or not, Geralt had to head for the hermit's house. The Witcher finally managed to fulfill all of the visionary's demands. The hermit agreed to talk about Sabrina Glevissig, her martyrdom, and the events following her execution. Turned out that a merciful soldier present at the sorceress's execution had prematurely ended the tortured soul's suffering. That event changed him. He deserted and started preaching Glevissig's sanctity. The spear he had used to pierce Sabrina's side as a powerful item was quintessential. The Witcher had to acquire it, and since he'd found a great source of information about the sorceress's cult, he decided to drink his fill from this wellspring of knowledge. According to the visionary, the relic vendor now owned the spear. Geralt headed for the canteen where the man peddled his wares. The relic vendor danced around the subject like a true master. As a businessman, he didn't want to share his secret for free. And nothing. The spear was in the hands of Yorvith, thus in Vergen, the town beyond the ghastly mist. The way through the battlefield was mortally perilous even for a Witcher. However, a man who had already proven his ability to protect others from the curse's evil aura made camp at the king's side. It was the sorcerer Deathmold. Henselt's advisor told Geralt how to get through the ghastly battlefield. Equipped with an amulet to repel wraiths and a white flag for playing envoy, Geralt went through the mist towards Vergen. He hoped to find Yorvith since, according to the relic vendor, the Scoia'tael leader was the current owner of Yahan's spear. The Witcher took Zoltan along the way, and the two of them entered the Wraith's Mist, the very heart of the Ghost's battle. If not for Deathmold's gift, who knows, maybe they would have stayed there forever? Surrounded by wraiths, they trudged towards Vergen, following the amulet's directions. Geralt and Zoltan finally got through the Wraith's Mist, and fell straight out of the frying pan into the fire, since they ran into a group of Scoia'tael near Vergen. The meeting would have ended tragically, however Zoltan managed to talk sense into the hot-headed elves. Geralt learned that the town gates are closed. The guards from the Night Watch were deciding who would enter Vergen. As it turned out, Yarpen Zigrin, Geralt and Zoltan's old friend, kept the watch at night together with Scalen Burden, nephew to Vergen's alderman. The Witcher learned that Saskia was currently holding council with important individuals, and there was no way to talk to her. Yet it turned out that Geralt could obtain the Dunbanner's standard and the Kedweni general's sword without exchanging one word with the Dragon Slayer. The head of Yahan's spear, however, seemed beyond his reach for now, as it was in Yorvith's possession. Nevertheless, the Witcher suspected it would end up in his hands one way or another. Zoltan promised to obtain the sword himself, and agreed to meet Geralt in the secret underground passage leading to Vergen. Geralt could either go there immediately, to wait for the dwarf, or set off in search of the other items. Geralt had many adventures on the Vergen side of the mist, above ground and below, sad and happy. He saw a vast piece of the country and enjoyed himself thoroughly. It was a true shame that the gates of Vergen remained closed to him, and he could not visit the famed turquoise Knickers brothel that so many bards have immortalized in a song. Still, the trip was fruitful, however devoid of lesbomancy. Our hero acquired all the items he had been seeking, including the head of Yahan's spear. Now he needed to take the spearhead to King Henselt. On his way back to King Henselt, Geralt had to pass once more through the spectral mist. The wraiths surrounded him, but the amulet was working and pointed the Witcher in the right direction. Yet the way through the battlefield was not easy. Sorry, they missed a line in there. Had to insert a bit. We didn't talk to the elf yet because I died. We gotta go back and talk to the elf again, huh? Okay.
Witcher. What do you want?
Get it? Maybe.
No, there's no...
How did you...
As if I'm...
When was...
Before...
Can I...
I'm zipping through it because we did this before.
Bloody...
You from...
I don't...
I won't...
You
Never claim... I'm...
I'd rather...
We speak with him.
Say I...
And say it. This...
In Elvish.
Can...
Then...
Ete...
Make you... This... Then...
Veke...
And...
Miss... Vek...
Yeah.
Quinn...
Then...
Vef...
Quinn...
Nimis...
Dogs...
Buffel. Okay. Get out of the way. Having caught that back up, time to lift the curse from Henselt and discuss the medallion, which ties back into what we just read through. Our hero was searching for items representing the virtues and horrors of war. They were necessary to lift the curse that forced the wraiths of soldiers killed in the battle between Kedwin and Idern to fight an eternal battle against each other and the living who strayed onto the haunted battlefield. Talking to Zivik, Geralt learned that a priest carrying a miraculous medallion took part in the battle. This item protected the holy man from the rain of fire and doubtlessly had supernatural properties, which could have been the symbol of faith sought by the Witcher. The medallion now belonged to Henselt, and Geralt decided to approach the issue diplomatically. He knew that if he angered the king, he could kiss the medallion goodbye. The diplomatic way led through Deathmold. Unfortunately, Deathmold was not willing to help the Witcher acquire the medallion. He thought Geralt would do best to demonstrate his prowess by lifting the curse placed personally on Henselt. He was probably right. The sorcerer understood that the grateful king would part with his amulet without grumbling.
Faced with the treacherous murder of his cousin,
King Henselt awaits.
King Henselt awaits.
At last. Have you got Sabrina's spear?
Check.
Not only that, I've got all 3 artifacts.
You won't regret it. Let's do some magic.
Let's do some magic.
She died here.
And pissed and shat as she did.
Evil place. You can feel it in the air. Those candles don't help any either.
They've gone mad. Someone said the bitch died a martyr and now the common folk burn candles for her.
I have to observe this place from a distance.
During the execution, I was on that hill. I'll show you.
Examine the execution site from the hill. Let's make magic, Geralt. Guide Henselt as he draws the magic runes illustrated in Deathmold's grimoire. Could I have looked at the grimoire? Okay. So, depending on where it starts, from the tip, either horn out to the tip of the horn, back to the top of the head, over.
Flat area. That's good.
Are you concerned for your feet?
Your Majesty, you need to draw runic protective signs around the stake.
Magic signs are the domain of witches, not kings. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's important that you draw the circle yourself, Your Majesty.
Important for whom?
It was your death Sabrina foretold, so who do you think?
All right. Tell me what we do.
To lift the curse, we have to reenact the events from 3 years ago.
How do you wish to do that if half of those involved lie rotten with the worms?
It's about the energy of that time. The energy of the woman who cast the curse, combined with the energy of its victim. When you get the runic signs right, Sabrina's ghost will appear.
Bring the bitch to life. It'll be a pleasure to put my spear in her.
Remember to stab her in exactly the same spot as that soldier did, but earlier this time, before the sorceress completes the curse.
I'll look for the hole. But how am I to know when?
When you realize that the curse concerns you. But be ready, she may use a different name.
Is that all?
For you. Then I take over. Spectres might appear during the exorcism.
Might or will?
It depends on Sabrina's aura in the spirit world.
I'll wager ghosts loathe the cunt. Let's get it over with. Tell me what I am to draw.
You have to go down there, Your Majesty.
What about you?
I'll guide you. I have a good view from up here.
I don't remember. Well, I didn't do this side. Ah. Okay, so, where's the pixie ring, the black candles? Raven's corpse. Do I know which parts are which? Examine the pyre. So I can kind of see the shape in my head. I can see the... So here's the tip of the nose, obviously, at the bottom. Insult is out by one of the lower parts. And we've got the... Sorry, I can't... I'm flipped here to you, so I can't really draw it out in the air properly. But I can see it there. You can go down and examine. I can go down and examine. Fire, okay. I can examine the fire. Drawing the rune. Okay.
Petrified bread. Sour milk. A raven's corpse.
Bread. Milk. Raven's corpse.
A goat skull.
Good skull. There be something out here? Yeah, oh there is. Tree.
A charred tree.
Charred tree. And then I'm gonna look at the drawing again just for a second. Got a little wrong the way I was walking. So you don't waste time. Remember, you're welcome to. Yes, please, if you want to write the order. Look in here. So, from Henselt, bread, whatever's at the bottom. Okay, thank you. I see that. Also, the mashed word. I'm also just gonna look at it so I can think through it. But thank you for posting it. So I imagine what you posted also makes sense. I separate the words. But I want to kind of know where they are. Bread, the sour milk. Okay. Okay. Gotta admit, looking at that. Bull Raven, corpse scorched. The spaces being in the wrong places, I can figure it out when I look at it, but it also hurts to look at. Tree.
Black candles.
So, anyways, the order you were talking about, see with the black candles, goes bread, then candles. So it would have gone from Henselt to bread, down here to candles, and then from candles up to goat skull, which is up here, and then to the charred tree, and then over to the raven corpse, right? And then the sour milk, which is over here. And the pixie ring. Oh, which is where he's standing. Where he's standing. Okay. Okay.
Pour the powder towards the petrified bread loaf, Your Majesty. Head towards the black candles, Your Majesty. Now go towards the goat skull, Your Majesty. Now towards the burnt tree. Find the raven's corpse, Your Majesty. Now spread the powder and head for the stone bowl. Go towards the pixie ring, Your Majesty. Sire, form a large, even circle at a good distance from the pyre.
It's turned out beautifully. Pity the wind will soon scatter it.
The evil power of the curse came from the fire. Fire's a hard element to tame, and this one had added potency. It consumed the body of the one casting the curse.
Enough of these phantasmagorias, as Death Mold puts it. Look at my boots.
Stay in the circle, Your Majesty.
The powder reeks of dwarven dung.
No shit.
You have some brave soldiers, Your Majesty.
They're scared of ghosts, as we all
Are
are.
we standing around?
Curses, there's
Thinking.
hundreds of them.
Calm down, Your Majesty. We're protected by the magic runes. The ghosts won't get past the
So
barrier.
much emotion.
I'm not afraid of people, but those plowing creatures have begun to bother me.
You're safe if you stay within the runes.
What should I do?
When the sorceress calls your name, you have to show mercy and end her suffering with the spear. You've broken the
then.
circle. Specters could get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire! Let it be so by blood and fire!
We're gonna have to see a little defensive there.
Its mortal journey with a trail of blood! Let's move duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. And power of fire devouring air. By the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood.
Wish I had taken some potions. I'm gonna kite them around.
By the sight of fish scales turned by magic
Burn 'em.
into square
Burn 'em.
pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules by the pain and power of fire devouring air. By the
Look, I can
charred
take
bones
one
of
hit.
the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled.
They're moving in on Henselt.
With my
Uh-oh.
prophecy, you cannot escape your fate.
Not a good thing.
Curse you, Henselt!
Maybe they're not moving on
By
Henselt.
blood
They
and
just got
fire.
stuck on the pillar.
Let it be so by blood
Alright,
and
where's the
fire.
one who's almost dead?
Let the shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of
I have no
blood.
regen.
Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned
Plenty.
by magic
There can be
into
plenty,
square
Geralt.
pieces of gold.
Don't ask questions like how
Let
many
the
more can there be.
unicorn violate
You don't want the answer.
1,000-year-old rules by the pain and power of fire devouring air. By the
Told you, shouldn't have melee. Shouldn't have gone in for the melee. Swiped once. Yeah, we can do a jig with Quen and just keep putting Quen up, but I'd rather burn him and not get hit so much. God, one greedy. Roll. One greedy attack. All good.
It's begun.
Yes, it's begun.
You've broken the circle. Spectres could get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules by the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent. Let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let the shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules by the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent. Let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Shooting star, split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules. How many more can there be? Power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent. Let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot
Too many,
escape
Geralt.
your
There can be
fate.
too many left.
Curse you, Henselt!
Too many.
By blood and fire. Let it
Wait.
be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail
He
of
wants
blood.
you. It's begun.
Let fools
Again.
be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules. By the pain fire-devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled!
Ah, man.
In accordance with my prophecy, you cannot escape your fate! Curse you, Henselt!
Are they spawning infinitely, or
Let it
is
be so
there,
by blood and fire!
Oh, shit. So we need now 0 hit points.
Split the heavens and what is
I
mortal
want to load an
journey
earlier
with a
save and
trail
have
of
to
blood.
load up on potions.
Let
This is not
fools
looking
be
good for the
duped
old
by
witcher.
sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold.
I think I just burned
The
him.
unicorn violates 1,000-year-old rules. Pain and power of fire
There is an end.
by the charred bones of the innocent. Let the prophecy be fulfilled.
Ah, man. Clipped on the handles
With my
twice.
prophecy,
Come on, where's the
you
one who's almost
cannot
dead?
escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt,
Seriously tedious.
by blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire.
And you know why I'm not going in for melee now, right? No, because I can't afford one swipe. What a tease.
It worked.
Shifty eyes.
Are you sure?
All I can say for sure is that a dwarf can pass between a troll's legs, even on tiptoe. But I think it went well.
Good. For me and for you. But all the worse for Edern.
I got a new token during the stream yesterday. I guess maybe we tested it and it still didn't work. Nothing works.
You owe your freedom from the curse to Saskia's generosity. You should send a delegation to thank her, Your Majesty.
I'll thank her in person once you disperse the fog of spectres from the battlefield.
That'll be much harder.
I have faith in you, and faith can move mountains.
Funny you say that. I need an artifact symbolizing faith.
Yes, Deathmold told me. I'll give you the medallion. First, I must have a drink. Come to my tent. I'll roll out my best wine. You deserve it.
Level! Seemed never ending. And then that last sliver is all we really needed. One more kill. We're good. Oi, 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 oi. Right. 3 talent points. Yeah. What do we do with that? Bump up our damage reduction. Or get some vitality and unlock a couple things. Finesse, critical effect chance, sudden death chance of insta-kill, precision, chance of critical effect bleeding. DR, vitality, and finesse. Now look at the things we're on deck for with our next talent points. 100 vitality, or an additional 75. Invincible, 50 vitality, and another 5% damage reduction. Sleep time for Sea Star. A good rest of the stream and fun with Geralt, and a most Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. Yes, a Merry Christmas to you. Sleep well. Sea Star, bid you good night and Merry Christmas. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for gifting that sub. That was awesome. Quadias, the beneficiary. Cheers. Cheers and good night. Merry Christmas. I'll be here on Christmas Day. May see some of you on Monday. Won't be streaming tomorrow. We're just going a little further tonight. We're going to try and get to Lochmoine, which is around the corner, in a manner of speaking. Back to Henselt. We've spent enough time in this dreary camp. Odrin. Can we get an Odrin for old time's sake? Odrin.
Get a hold of yourselves.
I'm glad you're here.
Get a hold
A messenger from
yourselves.
Redania arrived this morning. Read.
The King of Redania, Radovid V, son of Vizima and Hedvig from Malior, the heir...
Get to the point.
The point is, it's not true that after the death of King Foltest, Temeria will be inherited. In truth, Foltest left a lawful heir.
Who is this heir?
Queen Ada, daughter of King Foltest and wife of Radovid.
Adar. Everyone knows she was the fruit of incest. If my memory serves, Geralt, she's under a curse, isn't she?
Ozzy, thank you for the host.
That was true. Foltest's daughter was a Striga, but I managed to lift the curse, or else Radovid wouldn't have wed her.
It appears you removed that curse twice.
Third time lucky.
Third, fourth, maybe 15th. Ada could yet savor human flesh again. Tell King Radovid that I will not honor a monster with a royal title. If Redania doesn't wish, what the hell's going on? Guards!
Ruh-roh. Who the clown is this? Half my health's gone already? That's lovely. That's why. that's gonna make this a fun fight if I can't get anywhere near him because I get scratched and I'm screwed. Alright. You can't take potions mid-combat. Rex? I didn't know this battle was coming. Maybe I can knock him down with hard. Get some major damage. Look at the dance now. Bad timing. I guess their range is a little greater than it looks. Did you stock potions? I would have had to have taken potions before going to talk to Henselt with no warning of an attack. So no! Either the game wants us to fight without it, or having just gotten screwed, we go take potions. And then do it again.
I'm glad. What the hell's going on?
DJ, don't overthink it. Sorry, couldn't get him more. Gulp, 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 gulp.
Damn it. This is a brothel, not a... I'm glad you're here. What the hell?
Fucking amount of damage that comes in is so stupid. I'm gonna have to do this fight with. It's gonna have to be a battle of attrition. Now I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to block until somebody attacks, and then try and get in a counter attack. Just gonna have to block my way through this fight. It's boring as hell. Or fight around and burn them. Either way, they do so much damage that I can't have a straight fight with them. Geralt to regen a bit. just gonna scam DJ. They're gonna do it. Don't give them any of your time. There you go. I'm getting, my muscles getting a little raw here in the
I'm
chair.
glad you're here.
We'll get through
Who
this,
is-
but
Ada,
we're not gonna go much more here. I
Check.
just get too easily
What the
bent out
hell's-
of shape right now. Damn it, Geralt! Planted his feet. Whatever I do that gets him to plant his feet when I think he should be moving, but all of a sudden his feet are planted. I still don't know what that is. I assume it's user input error, but it's not clear to me what triggers it when he just plants his feet. I think he should be moving, but he won't. Just stands perfectly still. I'm just so tense lately that when I get tense in the middle of a fight, it runs throughout the body really quick. It's not good.
Damn it. This is a brothel, not a military camp. I'm glad you're here. Get in. What the?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. That's when I attack, and then when they attack, it's foot, dead. Fuck, hero. Burn him because this is one of those situations. What? Okay. We still have to fight the other one? Or no? No? Witcher 2 cutscenes changing the fight dynamic. Just when you think the fight's going one way, it goes into a cutscene. Why did they do so much of that? Okay. Next time I get in a situation like that,
Who
I
are
would
they?
love to know.
They wanted to kill me.
The game
Me.
doing that
The scum.
kind of makes me angry.
Witcher,
when the game does that.
we must talk. Deathmold said you needed this medallion.
Yeah.
You saved my life, and I'm not nearly as ungrateful as some might say. You'll receive the pendant
you
in
didn't,
due time.
You didn't have to, man.
Pity none could be taken alive.
Don't fret, Tanzaville.
Game
there
is
are ways to
busting
make
my
a dead
balls
man
that
speak.
way.
I know those methods. Necromancy is forbidden.
In the absence of the Council and the Conclave, it's hard to know what is forbidden. What would you say, Your Majesty?
I want to know everything. Plow that corpse if you have to. Do anything it takes.
Necromancy, Your Majesty, is a branch of magic.
I don't care. Do as you're told.
Count me out.
As the common folk say, be at ease, the woman's gone. I'll need your help, Witcher. You know where to find me.
It's never ending. I'm the bloody king, but she mumps and sulks like some common servant was trying to grope her.
Not every sorcerer is like Deathmold. Many don't like messing with corpses.
As long as she's in my camp, she'll do as I say. Go. Deathmold is probably biting his nails in anticipation.
Still won't give us the medallion. We almost got it, but now we gotta help Deathmold in his necromantic ritual. Geralt defended Henselt and slew the assassin. The king was both terrified and furious. He wanted to know who was behind the killings and what the assassin's motives were. Any means of revealing the truth was justified in his eyes. Deathmold was ordered to question the assassin's corpse using the forbidden art of necromancy. However, the sorcerer needed the Witcher's help. I have a question. Pointed. Direct. Is there another major fight before we get to Loch Moine? Or are we just doing some necromancy and cutscening? Dancing all night long, Witcher? No, I'm actually hurting. I need to get out of the chair. So, we're gonna wrap very, very soon. Question is, we have another big fight coming up, and I can't, for the life of me, remember. We have another... Isn't there another battle through the mist? Don't we have a big Draugr fight in the mist? Draugr fight in mist? Something like that? We might need to save that. I might just need to save that. In the tent here. I have not. Do you like it? Tay?
Greetings,
Guessing you saw
Master
it.
Witcher.
Timber! Not too excited. Didn't get you too excited. Good action flick. Well, that's something. Deathmold, Deathmold.
Geralt of Rivia, ready for the ride of your life.
Oh, not with you. Count me out.
Can't handle this without me?
You're a mutant, like this killer. An ordinary man would never survive Han Marvin's blue dream. You must drink a potion that will increase your heart's efficiency and strengthen your blood vessels. Hallucinogenic properties are also welcome, as they will enhance the vision.
Gadwall should do it. Necromancy's awfully fishy. What do you aim to do?
Han Marvin's blue dream is a spell that grants you a glimpse of a dead man's memories. You'll see, feel, and taste what the killer experienced in his life. As a mutant, the operation isn't at all dangerous for you. You look your normal self. Have you had your fill of fortifying potions? It would be foolish if you died due to a simple oversight.
Not just yet. I need to prepare. Gadwall should do it.
Oh, I need to take Gadwall. You say it, huh? Oh, my toxicity's still up for another couple minutes. Can't just quaff another potion. So, I guess we just let the timers tick down. Can we fit it? Let's see. Maybe it'll fit just. Station, alchemy. Say about Gadwall? Something? Help me out here. You said something. Something we don't have, I figured we'd make. Going back to the journal. Your fill of potions. Would be a shame for you to die. Said something. It sounded like Gadwall. Notes. Solve case. Help death mold. Wait. Proximo. Wait. Find. Where? Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to Google again. Why can't the game be a little less obtuse about what the specific goals are? I know it's more immersive if you understand, if you hear it when an NPC tells you, and you're taking your own notes and you're thinking about it, really thinking about it. That's great. I love it when it works. I love it when it works. We need a fallback. I need a place to go. Oh, that box isn't checked. Shit. Like right now. Let's go back and talk to him. And he's gonna say, you don't have something or other. The ritual. Let's go.
You look your normal self. Have you had your fill of fortifying potions? It would be foolish if you died due to a simple oversight.
Not just yet. I need to prepare.
So I don't see anything about Gadwall. I don't have a Gadwall potion, and don't think I have a Gadwall formula. And so if the implication is I need to now go in search of someone who sells a formula for Gadwall, that would be a great time for the game to just spell it the fuck out.
Oh my god! Hello?
I'm just gonna go talk to every merchant. Formula can be purchased from Master Myron. Maester Myron. Where's Master Myron? There he is, right there. Thank you. Quiddias, thank you again. I appreciate your willingness to look things up and the things you already know, since I am so unwilling to just flip over to Google, and it's not even stubbornness, it's frustration with the game's unwillingness to provide what seem like critical pieces of information, or little fallbacks. Okay, there's the formula. That just flipped down to Golden Oriole, but we got the Gadwall formula. Significantly increases the regen of vitality at the expense of vigor and damage dealt. Make 2, but imagine we'll only need to take 1. Right, we got 1 minute left on the other potions. Drop a save. See if this kills us when we just stack this on top. It might take us over the top. I can't replace 1. 3. We'd have to wait anyways. Okay. Didn't think of that. Only 3 slots. Tick tock, tick tock. So, tomorrow, 24th, won't be streaming tomorrow, but we'll be here on Monday, Christmas Day. And it'll be, I think, at the normal time. Go for the normal 6. If that works out. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be finishing this. We get to Lochmuin here tonight still. We're in good position to finish on Monday. Right. Yuck. You're cooking a goose, a proper Christmas goose tomorrow? That is awesome. That's gonna be good. Gadwall. Figure goes down a bit. Or maybe one whole notch. Swallow. Tawny Owl would improve our regen. I don't know if we're getting in a fight. I don't mind burning the extra potions, though. Right on the borderline there. Geralt's gonna be sweating. Heart thumping.
I'm ready.
Wonderful. The Blue Dream can be very useful, although it only lets you see the killer's recent past.
Hope it's worth it.
Pay attention to every detail, places, names, everything.
Got it.
Let's begin! Vecina Zanzala!
I nearly got lost in that fog.
Look at it this way. Nobody will find us here.
Unless Hensel attacks Bergen despite the mist.
Hensel's not going to attack anyone ever again.
Always the optimist ones.
Pick this stuff up.
You wriggled like a fish in a net. What happened?
One more time. I was so close.
Damn it. All right, close your eyes.
Go to the wrong place.
Vecina Zanzala!
What?
I nearly got lost in
I
that
don't
fog.
want to hear your dialogue
Look at
again.
it this way. Nobody will find us here.
What
Unless
went
Hensel
wrong?
attacks Bergen despite the mist.
Hensel's not going to attack anyone ever again.
Always the optimist ones.
Save in here. So, what went wrong? We just fought, moved, and fought, and moved, and then it loaded us out and said, oh, we'll have to do that over. I will go slow and follow you this time. And you let me know when we need to move on or go somewhere. I wasn't supposed to kill all of those harpies. Find something more important over here? into the mist and he took a right. You didn't have to start it over. You could have just said, wrong way. Said, you can't go this way. Anything. In case we walk into another spot they let us walk into that resets the entire thing. Safe. Try not to abandon. Dude! Wake up! Wake up, you're gonna break the mission. Hey, Twitchy, you're gonna break the mission. I am so amused. Question from before I didn't catch an answer to. Is there another major fight coming up? Because I am physically, I need to get out of this chair. So if this is gonna result in a battle that's gonna take me an hour, we're saving it. We're saving it. Heavy glitching. Maybe he'll snap to us at some point. Okay. Can't loot anything with this character. Yeah, I know it's not a very ceremonious note to end on, but I think this might be a good. Then that would be a good point to end. I am hurting. I need to get out of the chair. I really do. So we're gonna wrap here. We'll see where the save game takes us, and we'll continue with this. We may not finish the game on Christmas Day. I know 6 to 9 hours was your estimate a few hours ago, but with a couple bugs, some side tracking and everything else, who knows? We might spend a couple hours just getting to Lochmuin, and then we might spend 6 hours, 9 hours there. So I think that's the plan. We'll reconvene on Christmas Day and see where we go from here. 7's a lot better than 4 hours yesterday, and I needed to go. Hey, Milga. Lochmuin is hella short, then we probably will finish on Monday. Either way, Lochmuin and whatever is between here and Lochmuin for Monday. So I am going to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday weekend. And the starship will come in for a landing for the night. But we'll be back at it. Not tomorrow, but Monday. Who is still going? Who's going tonight?
You guys are my best friends, through thick and thin. We've always been together, we're four of a kind, having fun all day, palling around and laughing away. Just best friends are we. I love you guys.
Cheers. Thank you all. Milga, misbehave. Quidias, let me, Rex, Tyler, Cheers, thank you for the help today. Thank you, everyone. Windows, yes. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Official Grizz and Beastly Viking, thank you for the follows and welcome aboard. Hope you'll come back, join us again for more adventures. Thank you for the bits. B. Kimberly and Misbehave, Wombat Hex, C Star for gifting a sub to Quadias. Brad with the resub, thank you so much for the host love. Merry Christmas, Mulsey Mom of War. Yeah, hugs for everyone. Hugs all around. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Have a very special, very peaceful weekend. A Merry Christmas and a good night to the Starship. Much love to you all. See you on Monday. Talk to you later.